anyway,
It does.
yeah, it's right now. It's moving through the Windward Islands right now, and it's track now. It's going to take it. Looks like it's remember a little south of Puerto Rico, and then right across Dominican Republic and Haiti, which is good for us because they'll literally tell was that on that track it should tear out the lower part of the storm, and then it slides north of Cuba into the Keys and kind of heads up towards towards Florida along the Florida East Coast.
Okay.
I mean West Coast. I'm sorry, West Coast.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the storm going in up towards Apalachicola area right now. If it
Okay,
holds
so
together and all that.
So what you're saying to me, Kent, y'all anticipated going on the west side of the Florida Peninsula, making its way on that west side of the coast, then going up and hitting Alabama. Okay, so it will make its way into the Gulf of Mexico, but at this point we don't have anything to worry about.
Nope, nothing to worry about. It looks like should move into around Key West on Saturday and then head up towards the Tampa area, looking at somewhere on Sunday.
Okay.
And making landfall again probably in the Florida Big Bend, somewhere around maybe Monday.
Okay, that sounds good. Now let's talk about the forecast for today here, where we are. How we look?
Okay. Let's see, sunny, hot. God, doesn't that sound like a broken record?
You do. But it's not as humid. It's not as humid as it has been, is it?
Yeah, it's a little drier, and therefore, we're not. Rain chances are going to be tapering back today.
Okay.
We're not going to have as much as today, which means temperatures will be around 92 to 94, maybe 95.
Wow.
And the heat index. But the good news, the heat index looks to be around 103 to 106, which is a little bit less than what we've been.
Yeah, I mean we've seen 115 to 116, so 109, 110. We can deal with that. Hey, you try to stay safe today, my friend, and keep indoors because it's hot out there. Okay.
Yep, you too, man.
All right, my friend. Take care, Kent.
All right.
All right, Kent Kinkler, meteorologist with the National Weather Service out of Lake Charles, and of course, Caden Johnson with the Eyes Open Kids menu, lunch menu for today, and of course, the Kids Prayer. Eyes Open News time is 2 minutes past. Yeah, Q, I need a song because right now, give me a song. We are back on track this morning. We are going to have the City of Pineville update with Mayor Clarence Fields. We're looking forward to having him in the studio on this morning. And we also this morning will have Rapides Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jeff Powell, as kids in Rapides Parish get on the way to school. If you ain't got nothing figured out, kid, we can do that double Dutch bus. You already know. That seems to be our first day of school song every year, huh? Yeah, she like minds think alike, so she know where I was headed. So tell you what, folks, you want to call up this morning as we get you on the bus this morning. We'll talk about bus routes. We'll talk about what parents need to do if they haven't received their bus routes. I understand there's been a lot of confusion about that. So we are going to muddle through the confusion, allow you to call in. And if your child can speak and call us up on the phone, if you're listening to us this morning at 318-483-9977, you want to wish your little one the best on the first day of school, give us a call. 318-483-9977, 318-483-9977. Good morning.
Ain't no fare, then tell a driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. E-I-O, well, I'm darn. Here it comes. The double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb. Move your feet. Bus, fare, trans, pass. That's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car to get around. When I go to work, I gotta go downtown. Now I miss my train. That's a darn shame. When I'm running late, no sleeps to blame. If you got a wife, you know I'm right. You got a special man, well, I can understand. Uptown, downtown, everybody's getting down. Say uptown, say downtown. Well, I missed my bus. I know I'm late. I gotta do something I know I hate. I'm gonna walk to work. 15 blocks, I already got a hole in my socks. Go ahead and laugh. That's okay, cause what I really wanna say, I got bad feet, my corns hurt. To top it off, I'm late for work. Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a fucking sidewalk. Let me show you how I walk when I gotta do my funky walk. Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. I say, sugar. Bill's Harry, Bill's Eddie, Bill's Sam, Jill's Zombie, Bill's Harris, Bill's Zombie, that's my man. Come on, get on my double Dutch bus. The double Dutch bus. Let me hear you say do that. Let me hear you say do that again. Let me hear you say do. Let me hear you say do the do the do. Do the do the do the do do.
Rapides Primary Healthcare Center is your federally qualified community healthcare center and is located at 1217 Willow Glen River Road in Alexandria. They are now accepting new patients. Are you tired of spending long hours in hospital emergency rooms waiting to receive non-critical healthcare services? Do you need affordable medical, dental, and mental health care? Do you need quality health care for you and your baby for prenatal, during pregnancy, and up until adulthood? Do you need to sign your family up for the Affordable Care Act or Medicaid? Then look no further than Rapides Primary Healthcare Center. It is the affordable, timely answer to all your family's health care needs. All services are available to anyone regardless of their ability to pay. You or your family will never be turned away. Rapides Primary is certified KidMed site with a sliding fee scale. Payment is based on income and size of family. Medicaid, Medicare, and most commercial insurance are accepted for medical services. For appointments and information on all medical services, including Obamacare and Medicaid, call 318-487-4400. That's 318-487-4400. Rapides Primary Healthcare Center, a new beginning in quality health care and a proud impact partner of the Eyes Open Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Keith A. Fox, a certified cognitive behavioral specialist with Cognitive Consults, LLC. Are you having problems keeping your child in school or teen out of trouble with the law because of behavior problems? Do you have a loved one or family member who can't seem to keep a job because of mental health issues? If so, call me at Cognitive Consults at 318-446-5965. That's 318-446-5965. At Cognitive Consults, as a cognitive behavioral professional, I also offer mental health services for your company. Cognitive Consults also offers a wide arrangement of training and guidance services for corporations in the areas of behavior management, crisis prevention, problem solving, and human growth and development. Cognitive Consults can provide individual, group, or family psychoeducation in the areas of mental health, substance abuse, as well as mental health assessments for children and adults. Again, I'm Dr. Keith A. Fox, Cognitive Behavioral Specialist. For an appointment, call me today at 318-446-5965. Or you can also book appointments online on our website at cognitiveconsults.com. It's time to stop feeling helpless or hopeless about mental health. At Cognitive Consults, we can help get you, your staff, your child, or your loved one back on track.
Introducing Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialist located at the 415 Bienville Street, right behind the hospital in Natchitoches. Every step you take depends on the condition of your feet. Dr. Ogali Ileye is a former college athlete. Also, he has vast experience in sports medicine. As a licensed podiatrist, Dr. Ileye treats a wide range of foot and ankle problems like diabetic foot care, bunions, chronic sores, nail problems, infections, ingrown toenails, planters, warts, wound care, and more. The professionals at Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, can help you get back on the good foot by calling 318-357-3668. That's 318-357-3668. So whether you need foot or ankle surgery because of a sports injury or just need constant foot care because of diabetes, put your best foot forward and call Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists in Natchitoches today at 318-357-3668. Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, the only podiatrist in Cenla that is one step ahead of everyone else.
Hi, this is Bianca Brown, the Mobile Sensi Lady. Are you looking for a dream job? Well, you need to give me a call today. I'm looking for new recruits to join my team of Sensi consultants. Join Sensi today and get your starter kit for only $99 plus shipping and tax. Benefits include additional income, flexibility, incredible friendships, world-class training, recognition, personal growth, discounts on amazing Sensi products, and the opportunity to earn fabulous incentive trips around the world like the all-expense-paid trip I earned to Cancun, Mexico. Interested in joining Sensi? Give me a call today at 318-618-1832. That's 318-618-1832. Please refer to my website, lapeacefulsense.sensi.us, for our income disclosure statement.
I wanted my job back.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from it happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
FM 107.5, The Vibe, and 1110 AM, KGTP, Alexandria Pineville.
Top of the morning to you, right here on your premier morning news magazine on this terrific Tuesday. We got your City of Pineville update. City Council meeting, I think, tonight with Mayor Clarence Field, so he's standing by right after this next break. We got Jeff Powell, Rapid School Superintendent, as kids make their way to schools. Do you have your bus route for your children? Are you confused? Has the bus driver contacted you? Of course, they should have gotten those on last week, according to my information. So we are going to have Jeff Powell on, and we're going to try to ask the questions that you would have us ask of him as kids get ready to start school. We got your statewide news you can use coming up at the bottom of the hour. In Baton Rouge, police sergeant's 2019 shooting, man sentenced to 30 years in prison. We'll tell you about that. Also this morning, community mourns longtime Lake Charles. I don't know if you knew her, Mayor Fields. You didn't know Mary Morris? Turn his mic on real quick. Turn the she was a graduate. She graduated with my mom from Washington High School back, I think, class of 1962. 1960, 61, somewhere around there, but she was a classmate of my mom, and I knew her as a public servant, and she died of COVID-19, Mary Morris.
Yeah, I heard that this morning.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, if that doesn't tell people something, what can you say?
Get it together.
Yeah.
Right? And we've been talking about what's going on over at Pineville. They had to shut Walmart down.
Yeah.
And when I read in between the lines as a journalist, I ain't buying it that they just cleaned the place up. Well, I'll tell you, there were some associates in there that had COVID-19, so many that they had to shut it down.
Yeah.
And they're getting it from people who are coming into the store. That's the problem. So I said that yesterday, and the mayor just verified what I kind of weird happened.
Yeah.
That's my skills coming into play. Reading in between the lines, Mayor, you know how we do it, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. They got the store back open, I think, on yesterday morning. Everything should be fine. Because, Walmart don't never close.
Yeah, exactly.
Christmas thing. I mean, one day they might close. It's either Thanksgiving or Christmas. It ain't Thanksgiving. It's probably Christmas occasionally. But normally Walmart never closes. And when they closed yesterday, I knew Houston had a problem, or Pineville had a problem. We got to hit that off for me too, Q. The COVID surge has some parents considering virtual school, but is the system ready for them? Educators call for letter grades for schools to be shelved in 2021. Should courts handle 900 claims in Baton Rouge's Ponzi scheme lawsuit? We'll tell you why it's complicated. DOTD to start a survey of I-10 next for Calcasieu Parish River Bridge as they bringing it down. Better storm detection in Baton Rouge, and tropical storm expected to form tonight over the Les Antilles. Here's some Four Tops. If your child is starting school today and you want to wish them well, call us up, 318-483-9977. Wish them the best on their first day of school. I want to wish Caden Johnson a happy first day of school as he starts over there at Pineville Elementary, right, Q? Pineville Elementary, and of course, going to the 4th grade. So all those kids out there, happy first day, and slow your roll when you're driving through those school zones. Remember, especially in Pineville, them cars are going to be waiting for y'all. Good morning.
Relationships, workplace, you stick around, boy, we've got some delicious.
Hi, I'm Denisha Edwards, City News Manager for the Drum newspaper in Ponchatoula and Baton Rouge. My job is to make sure your stories get told. I make sure you know what's happening in your community. Whether that's exciting, informative, or just entertainment, your news matters at the Drum. But we can't do it all alone, and no one knows the community better than you. That's why I'm asking you to share your stories with me. At the Drum, we believe a community that is informed is a strong one. So if you've got important news, witty insight, upcoming events, or even a wedding announcement, call me at 225-927-3717 or email me news to news@thedrumnewspaper.info. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter today as we report your news.
Hi, this is Dolores with Robinson Family Mortuary. The COVID-19 pandemic has been devastating to our community, and we have served numerous families affected by it. Planning a funeral is difficult, but a sudden loss during this pandemic can be even more stressful. Robinson Family Mortuary can help ease your stress and serves all of Central Louisiana, including Natchitoches, Oakdale, Monksville, Leesville, Fort Polk, and most every parish in the entire state. The newly renovated Robinson Family Mortuary is located at 1815 Military Highway in Pineville, and we can be reached anytime by calling 318-442-7300. That's 318-442-7300, or visit us online at robinsonfm.com. Robinson Family Mortuary, without delay, can arrange for a traditional funeral service, cremation, ship in or ship out, including military. We accept all assignable and verifiable life insurance policies. With just one call to 318-442-7300, all of your homegoing needs can be taken care of at our newly remodeled Robinson Family Mortuary. Robinson Family Mortuary, a family serving families.
Introducing Dr. Ogali Ileye with foot and ankle specialist located at the 415 Bienville Street, right behind the hospital in Natchitoches. Every step you take depends on the condition of your feet. Dr. Ogali Ileye is a former college athlete. Also, he has vast experience in sports medicine. As a licensed podiatrist, Dr. Ileye treats a wide range of foot and ankle problems like diabetic foot care, bunions, chronic sores, nail problems, infections, ingrown toenails, planters, warts, wound care, and more. The professionals at Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, can help you get back on the good foot by calling 318-357-3668. That's 318-357-3668. So whether you need foot or ankle surgery because of a sports injury or just need constant foot care because of diabetes, put your best foot forward and call Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists in Natchitoches today at 318-357-3668. Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, the only podiatrist in Sinlock that is one step ahead of everyone else.
Calling all Alexandria International Airport passengers, we are now boarding.
Introducing new daily non-stop flight service from AEX to Charlotte Douglas International in Charlotte, North Carolina, starting April 2nd. Discover unlimited options when you fly out of AEX from industry-leading airlines American, Delta, and United, with connections available worldwide. Wherever your destination takes you, AEX can get you there. Plan your trip today. Flights to Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, and Houston are available now on flyaex.org.
I wanted my job back.
If my mother got sick, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I got vaccinated for my daughter.
I trust the science.
The reason why I got the COVID vaccine was because of my newborn child and my at-risk wife. I got vaccinated to keep from happening to me.
I talked to my doctors about it, did my research, and they've done a lot of research, and I think they know what they're doing.
Visit covidvaccine.la.gov or call 1-855-453-0774 to schedule your COVID-19 vaccination today.
last Tuesday, of course, the start of school, we had the City of Pineville update every second Tuesday of the month. We've been doing this for a few years.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a few years.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, I tell you.
We've been, I get over and you keep getting over. I don't know what it is we do, Coach Charles Smith, but whatever they're doing, I don't know if it's in the Pineville water. But you have to water that too, yeah.
No. I went to school in Pineville at the old, what was called Creighton Myrtle, started out as Creighton Myrtle High School.
Oh, wow, you went for a trip?
Yeah. Then ended up being J.S. Slocum.
Okay, Slocum, okay.
I was the last graduating class in 1973.
Come on.
I kind of tell you, I was some people doing some figures.
We're trying to figure out 18, looking up there, man. You look good, man.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing a wonderful job at the city, because anything somebody can learn from mayor in a couple of the last 2 terms unopposed, and just speaks volumes about you in the community. I did visit some of the establishments. I did hit, I'm going to let you know, because I'm going to let you know, I'm going to some of my tax money. I went to Whataburger, and then one day, because my brother's over there, my brother was a nursing home, and then I did do the Daiquiri Place. I did eat at Potts Place this past weekend. And I stopped by the brewery just to kind of shout and get the hours. Friday Hands, really nice guy, so I told him I'm going to see him this weekend. Yeah. Maybe on Friday, because they open like in the evening time.
Yeah, right now I think they're open like Wednesday through Saturday. I believe they are and everything. Nobody would realize either that gentleman, he also has he works on guitars.
Oh, really?
And to the left when you walk in, he has a guitar shop in there where he works on guitar. Oh, yeah.
So this guy is a master craftsman.
Yeah. His wife is actually the brewmaster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
She's brewmaster.
Well, I wish I had a woman like that. A woman to look like that? I'd get on 2 knees. My wife doesn't know how to cook, but man, the thing with I trade the cooking for someone who can make me some nice beer.
Yeah. They're going to be pretty good. I know they've been having a food truck there certain evenings and everything, so it makes a big difference in that area. I got to give a lot of credit to Greg Trotter, too, because the resurgence of that, what used to be the old Pine Plaza Mall, with
the Black Box, the Bargain Box Furniture Store.
Bargain Box Furniture Store. You've got an auction place there above, so it's...
so you got tennis in there, and they seem to be doing well.
Yeah, and I think that it's going to even do better now that, you got school. A lot of these things have happened, over the past year, and now with school opening and everything, and now you got to get, traffic through there and all the above. Of course, the key is coming down the road, hopefully sometime in September when the military highway project is completed, which will open up that corridor from, the downtown area back out to 165. So that's right there by Greenwood Cemetery.
Okay.
So that's been closed for, well over a year now.
I did see where, of course, the Walmart had announced on Friday that they closed for the weekend, and being the investigative journalist that I am, I just kind of worked through the lines like most people would, but you already knew, most people didn't know, but when I read the story, I said, okay, they got a problem with COVID. A lot of the associates got COVID, they had to shut it down, bring a third party in, sanitize the place, and, Pineville's over there, when you have a very rural conservative area, mostly Republican, and many of the people, 90% according to the survey of the people you see with masks are people who haven't gotten the vaccination.
Well, it kind of brought back some, and when I say brought back memories, of course, when it closed down Saturday evening, something like that, and reopened yesterday morning, but I think they had somewhere around 35, 36 associates that, tested positive, and I remember...
That's a cluster, man.
I remember back during the holidays when I was ringing bells for the Salvation Army during the Christmas holidays, and, I do Walmart, Super One, and all those places. Well, a couple of associates walked out and actually said, and literally begged me, is there something I can do about, people coming in with no mask and things of that nature. Unfortunately, local government, we don't have control over that. So they were concerned.
Even back then,
they were concerned at that time, and obviously, with the various Delta variants coming up and everything, which has made it a little bit more difficult.
Well, Delta's no joke, 10 times more transmissible.
Yeah, exactly.
More critical when you end up in a hospital situation, especially those who haven't been vaccinated. Now, less than 10% of the people who are in the hospitals as we speak this morning in the state of Louisiana have gotten the shot, and still, of course, are specialty cases, but they're on respirators, they're not dying. The serious
cases, and some of the most fatal, we've heard about children and infants even here passing away. There's a 25-year-old African-American girl in Bunkie that passed away last weekend. We got Mary Murders down in Lake Charles, Louisiana. He's in my mom's age, about 75, 76, graduate of Washington High School back, I think, class of 1960 or 61. Very hard-working public servant. She passed away. And then just a plethora of people. I was talking to a lot of people about all the cancellations that we've seen this week. New Orleans Jazz Fest. I think Main Classic will be canceled or postponed to next year. The French Quarter Music Festival, the Louisiana NAACP State Conference, which is scheduled for September, all have been scrapped, and they're zooming now. So there's a lot of stuff that we could have averted, and we're back to where we were 6 months, and in some cases, we're even worse than we were since the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, we're having to make some changes. Just last week, we made some changes. City Hall, you have to be masked up when you come into City Hall. In lieu of actually shutting City Hall down again, I can tell you, where the public will know, we shut down one of our 4 fire stations down last week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you get enough of it has an impact on employees, and you don't have enough employees to man 4 fire stations. So we've actually shut one down for the time being. It doesn't affect our ability to be able to provide service as far as run times and things of that nature or whatever. We can still do that, but you have to have certain people in certain places relative to whether it's drivers and driving trucks and things of that nature, EMTs and all the above. So that forced us to shut a fire station down. And some other measures that we're having to look at our community center operation, we're going to have to kind of go back and we're taking a very close look at it. A lot of huge activities that were going on, we're having to either minimize those or cancel those. And that's unfortunate because a lot of it's on last minute notice, but we can't manage or we can't police, those big events like that when it comes to the masking issue and everything. So,
let me ask you this. I see something down the pike when I was talking to Senator Joe Luna right after the session that looks like we're going to be working with getting Central renovated. Just a whole lot of money just put. Thank you, Jesus.
That project
mental health is crucial right now, and we need it back.
That project has actually started. The interest will be coming off the backside of Estafio Road. It's already started. They're building the road, so you're going to have 2 60-bed hospitals that's going to be located, on the same ground.
Mental hospitals, correct?
That's correct. So that's crucial and critical, but also at the same time, it's twofold to some extent or whatever, because it also solidifies, one, the mental health issue as far as providing the service, but two, it also hopefully solidifies Pinecrest's stance here in our community because with the addition of moving Central on that particular campus, though it will be separate operations relative to Pinecrest versus Central, but they'll still be on the same campus.
Okay, so they're going to move Pinecrest to the Central campus?
Well, no, Pinecrest will remain where they are.
That's a big campus.
But the Central operation itself, moving to the Pinecrest campus, will be a separate operation.
Oh, okay.
To be very honest with you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
They won't really intermingle.
How much money this project?
$32 million. Yeah, that project has actually been in the books for several years. It started at about $22 million. So from then up to now, obviously you can see the cost of doing that project.
How many jobs we're talking about?
I don't know exactly right now how many jobs there are. I know there are probably there are a few hundred jobs still left at Central. So that's another key too. Also, is that it'll solidify the as far as jobs are concerned, it'll solidify some jobs also. Central over the years has downsized quite a bit, and but this will solidify its operation.
When you compare Pineville, and I'm trying to compare it with the city across the road, when you compare it to cities that are of equal size in the state of Louisiana, Pineville is up there, really outpacing as far as economic growth everybody else.
We've done well. We've done well when a lot of
it's leadership, man. It's about leadership.
Appreciate that. A lot of people won't realize that a lot of cities our size are their parish seat, and we are not our parish seat. So that makes a big difference sometimes from many different aspects of governmental operations. So
when people come over and you look and let's say like Whataburger, there's a reason why Whataburger went across the river before they came this way. There's a reason why you guys are getting getting these businesses that are tested and water over in Pineville before they come in, because when you look at the numbers, they look at certainly the amount of money per household, they look at the average cost of the homes, they look at the population because there's something that I know that people do their research, particularly big box businesses when they come in. They do these studies go out to see if their business will be able to flourish and the community can maintain that business. So they're not doing as well really. They're doing the math and the numbers in Pineville look a lot better from an economic standpoint than in Alexandria.
Yeah. Right now we're pretty excited. We've got Raising Cane's coming. That project is going to start. That's going to be in the Kmart. I still call it the Kmart. It'll be between Owley's and Wendy's. And, Burke's Outlet is going to department store. It's going to locate where the old Stage department store was next to Lowe's there in that particular shopping center. So we got a couple other big things. They're not announced yet. Of course, we're happy to have, why not?
You can't allow someone to do some good music there?
I can't do it. Why not stop?
Look, I don't know. We have to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So, don't let the cat out of the bag. But when he's able to, I'm sure right now he's going to let me know first.
Yeah, why not stop so big for us? I think they're looking at a second location, and hopefully that'll come through and all the above. So, some wheels are turning while we sit here today speaking. There's some things that are happening out there that's going to be advantageous for our community, we believe.
Let me put this bug in your ear. I want you to contact Magic Johnson or whoever. I think Pineville, a movie theater, an additional movie theater in our area, not just this one. We got a population in the parish, over to 200,000, and we got one movie theater. So I think if you made a few phone calls, and I can get your Magic number, I'll call my front brother, big guy on Porter, say, look, Magic, y'all come and take a look, because he's doing wonderful with his theaters. And if not him, I think that Pineville and the community around Pineville, Ball, and all those areas, Tioga, could economically and financially support a new movie theater. I'm just saying, we need more than one movie theater.
Yeah, and I can remember years ago when the Grand, we were close to making an announcement, and then the Grand opened, and that kind of put that on the shelf for the time being. But, I can't see where that can't happen in the future, but with some of the things that we've got going on. So, but we're pretty still excited and everything.
Yeah, doing good. How's the chief of staff of my good friend, my partner with the Peabody Waters Radio Network?
Yeah, Rich is doing great. Rich actually, while I was walking my daughter down the aisle Friday evening.
I was about to mention that. Congratulations.
Thank you. He was actually in St. Francisville accepting the Hall of Fame of Justice Award for me.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. I guess that on paper.
Yeah, it was quite interesting, and
because you couldn't miss the wedding.
No.
And then it's in St. Lucia, right?
Yeah. My priorities are I know what my priorities are.
Well, I'm just saying, Q. I wouldn't go to my family member's funeral if I had an opportunity to go to, of course, the Caribbean and see my daughter walking down, because you have to walk them down the aisle. And both your son and your daughter doing well. Like I said, they took their time in making a choice.
Man, I tell you, she'll be 38. Matter of fact, happy birthday to her, because she will have had a birthday by the time I get back on here. Her birthday is on August the 18th. She'll be 38, and then Rose's birthday is on August the 23rd. So, so I got 3 dates now in August. August the 6th, her marriage date. August the 18th, her birthday, and the 23rd, my wife's birthday.
And August the 22nd is Caden's 9th birthday, and August the 31st will be my 24-year wedding anniversary. Wow. So August is an important month for both of us.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you're still, filling some sand between your toes, because you got your Caribbean shirt on this morning, looking like Hawaii 5-0 over there. But you got like a photo joke with you, man. You gotta go to the next city.
City council meeting tonight. Don't follow them. Anybody to get that, city council meeting 6 o'clock tonight.
You been fishing lately?
No, I haven't been fishing, but hopefully I might get some.
Weather starting kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it's got to get a little bit cooler, You can't fish very long,
That's too hot out there.
Yeah.
Too hot. So I'll keep up the good work, and keep us posted, and we appreciate you, this segment, and as the scripture tells us, that those that really lift in positions of authority are ordained by God, and we continue to ask God to bless you, the entire family, the entire household, as well as your extended family over there in City Hall.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much. Thanks.
That's, of course, our mayor of God's country, the city of Pineville, with your City of Pineville update. More on it when we come back. Don't go away.
Open with Tony Brown on FM 107.5, The Vibe, and 1110 AM, KGTP, Alexandria, Pineville.
Hello everyone, I'm Tony Brown. This is your statewide news you can use on this terrific Tuesday. This is the start of school day in Rapides Parish. We want to, of course, remind all of those folks who are traveling around school zones to slow your roll, pump your brakes, mind, of course, the school zones. Watch out for the little ones, and we wish them the best on their first day of school. We're going to start in Baton Rouge, where a man was shot, who shot a police sergeant in the leg as he and other officers responded to a 2019 domestic call, was sentenced to 30 years in prison Monday. Clifton Gerard Ames Jr. Sentencing came shortly after he pled guilty before State District Judge Will Jordan, to 3 counts of attempted first-degree murder as well as firearms counts. Authorities have said 26-year-old Ames unleashed a volley of gunfire at officers responding to reports of a domestic dispute in which a woman was being beaten in August of 2019. Sergeant Ralph Walker, a 22-year veteran of the city's police force at the time, was hit in the leg and hospitalized. The incident occurred at Ames' apartment in the 900 block of Geranium Street, which is near Nicholson Drive. In Lake Charles, COVID-19 continues to cause heartache across southwest Louisiana as the community mourns the loss of longtime city councilwoman Mary Morris. The Lake Charles community is mourning the untimely passing of the longtime city councilwoman. Family members said she died Sunday from complications due to COVID-19. Monday, leaders gathered at the Lake Charles City Hall to reflect on her time in office, referencing traits such as warrior, educator, advocate, and passion to describe Morris. Mary Morris served District A, better known as North Lake Charles, for the last 7 years and had just begun her 3rd term in office after winning the April 24th election. Assuming the role as counsel for District A was more than just a title for Mary Morris. The warrior mentality didn't matter how small your financial status or where you lived in the community. She was willing to help. Friend and mentee Nathan Keller said. Keller said Morris possessed a quality that inspired him through his law enforcement career and his run for Ward 3 Marshal. While on the beach trip in Florida last month, Gene Oyster was following the news back home with increasing alarm. We realized the numbers of coronavirus cases were getting really scary in Baton Rouge. The news has grown much worse. The state logged more than 12,000 confirmed COVID cases Monday, with 2,721 patients in the hospital, by far the most since the pandemic started. Oyster's 5-year-old daughter, set to start kindergarten at a Baton Rouge public magnet school, was excited to be joining friends she had made at the school last year. Her mother, though, was having second thoughts. Maybe her girl could start the year virtually. But with the East Baton Rouge Parish School System set to bring back students on Wednesday, Oyster remains hesitant about the district's virtual alternative, the East Baton Rouge Virtual Academy. The EBR Virtual Academy, which had only about 30 students last year, all in high school, is being expanded all the way down to pre-K. The virtual school has a new home, the former South Boulevard Elementary at 502 Mayflower Street, along with several new teachers and newly purchased virtual course offerings. A push to scrap grades for public schools this year is gaining steam from state officials. They announced last week that the test scores plummeted amid classroom turmoil. The letter grades are typically announced in November and are aimed at showing taxpayers how the schools are performing. But scores in math, English, science, and social studies took a nosedive that affected virtually every school system in the state. Scores on the exam called LEAP 2025 fell 5 percentage points in the meeting state achievement targets after years of inching up a point or two annually. The state's goal is for students to achieve mastery above the 4th highest of 5 achievement levels. A total of 29%, or 3 to 8 students, reach mastery this time, 3 out of 8, down from 34% in 2019, the latest snapshot. Among 9 through 12 students, 32% achieved mastery compared to 37% 2 years ago. Shelving the grades would require the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education to request an accountability waiver from the U.S. Department of Education. Bessie President Sandy Holloway said this is a conversation to be had with board members and the state superintendent. Bessie meets August 17th and 18th. Some 900 investors from Louisiana and 36 other states who claimed in 2009 that Louisiana financial regulators contributed to their huge losses in the Stanford Trust Company debacle are inching closer to their day in court. But what that trial might look like was the subject of much argument Monday. The State Office of Financial Institutions recently filed a motion to break the trial of the class action lawsuit into two separate phases. First, a trial on the issue of liability, and if OFI is found liable, then a second trial on the issue of damages. During a meeting on the motion in Baton Rouge State Court, an attorney for the Stanford victims told a judge Monday that OFI's request would force each of the 900 class members to have individual trials before separate juries as to the amount of damages each incurred. The Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development says motorists may see long-moving traffic during non-peak hours along portions of I-10 and Calcasieu Parish on August the 16th and the 17th, as the work is scheduled to survey I-10 as part of the I-10 Calcasieu River Bridge Replacement Project. Crews will be traveling along I-10 between I-10 and 210 West interchange to the Ryan Street exit ramp and scanning this corridor using mobile light detection and ranging LiDAR technology. LiDAR scanning is a surveying method used to measure distance by using laser lights that make digital 3D representations of the intended target, according to DOTD. The National Weather Service is moving a radar station crucial for storm detection in southwest Louisiana, 40 miles west from its current home in Slidell to Hammond. A step officials promise will dramatically improve storm detection in the Baton Rouge area without reducing coverage in New Orleans. By moving the radar and decreasing the angle of its beam from 0.5 degrees to 0.3 degrees, the system will be able to probe weather patterns that hover up between 300 and 600 feet off the ground near Baton Rouge. Right now, the system is unable to detect storms below 4,000 feet in the capital region. And finally, tropical storm is expected to form over the Lesser Antilles tonight. According to the National Hurricane Center, forecaster said in a 4 p.m. update it would be named Fred. If it strengthens into a tropical storm, potential tropical cyclone 6 is currently about 165 miles east-southeast of Dominica and about 205 miles southeast of Guadalupe. The system is moving west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. Forecasters say the general motion is expected to continue for the next few days. It's expected to move over parts of the southern Leeward Islands tonight before passing the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico on Tuesday. It's then expected to near Hispaniola on Wednesday. Forecasters noted that there's a low confidence in the details on the future track forecast. I'm Tony Brown. That's your statewide news you can use on this terrific Tuesday. Have a safe and a blessed day. Dr. Ogali Ileye with foot and ankle specialist located at the 415 Bienville Street, right behind the hospital in Natchitoches. Every step you take depends on the condition of your feet. Dr. Ogali Ileye is a former college athlete. Also, he has vast experience in sports medicine. As a licensed podiatrist, Dr. Ileye treats a wide range of foot and ankle problems like diabetic foot care, bunions, chronic sores, nail problems, infections, ingrown toenails, planters, warts, wound care, and more. The professionals at Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, can help you get back on the good foot by calling 318-357-3668. That's 318-357-3668. So whether you need foot or ankle surgery because of a sports injury or just need constant foot care because of diabetes, put your best foot forward and call Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists in Natchitoches today at 318-357-3668. Dr. Ogali Ileye with Foot and Ankle Specialists, 415 Bienville Street in Natchitoches, the only podiatrist in Sinlock that is one step ahead of everyone else. top of the morning to you, and of course, it's the first day of school in Rapides Parish. We want you to remember those school zones. Law enforcement, both in Alexandria and across the river, will be out in full force. So slow your roll, pump your brakes, do all of that you need to do to certainly mitigate the flow of traffic in those school zones. So they're going to school today. Y'all be careful out there, again, because the cops will be out in force, making sure that you do not speed through those zones. Let's go live to my good friend, the superintendent of Rapides Parish School, my good friend Jeff Powell, on the first day of school. Jeff, always a pleasure. Welcome back, Super.
Thanks, Tony. It's great to be on, and great to be on especially today. It's such an exciting day, the first day of the 2021-2022 school year.
Man, I tell you what a difference a year makes. Here we are back here. My first question is, have we gotten everything situated with the bus routes? Because I know for some parents there was a little confusion about them not being able to get in contact with the bus driver and not knowing the specific routes. Give me an update on the bus route situation.
Yeah, we posted yesterday on social media and called all the parents last night. We are asking everybody for some patience. Mr. Batiste and his team are working with the new routing software that has had an issue communicating with our student information system. So for each school and district performance score. But this year they just essentially are giving us the raw data and the proficiency data by school and across the district. So our team is working on disaggregating that information, and by the end of this week we're going to do a big press release that tells everything about how we did in Rapid East Parish. But the little teaser is you're going to be very, very pleased at how well Rapid East Parish employees, students, and parents did across this parish last year.
Fantastic. And I also see, in reference to the scores, how even the teachers' unions, and they talk about it down there in Baton Rouge, about potentially not assigning a letter grade to the schools this year and just kind of doing away with that because of the current situation.
Yeah, I've been in conversations with State Superintendent Brumley in several meetings down there where that has been discussed. His stance, the best as part of the Accountability Commission, at the last I heard, I know they had a meeting yesterday, I haven't gotten the notes from that yet, was that we knew we had to collect the raw data. There is some funding pieces to the data from the feds for Title I funding and such that we do have to do some reporting to the feds, but I believe at the last I heard, Dr. Brumley was waiting to see what is absolutely required for the feds as opposed to assigning letter grades based on the existing formula that we have for letter grading.
Absolutely, because you don't want to do anything that's going to take away your funding because you didn't follow federal protocol.
Yeah, there's definitely a fine line to walk where you don't want to do that, but you also want to, protect your teachers
flight service from AEX to Charlotte Douglas International in Charlotte, North Carolina, starting April 2nd. Discover unlimited options when you fly out of AEX from industry-leading airlines American, Delta, and United, with connections available worldwide. Wherever your destination takes you, AEX can get you there. Plan your trip today. Flights to Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, and Houston are available now on flyaex.org.